Tell me a little bit about how practice has gone so far.
You know, it's going well. You're trying to keep everybody healthy right now, so you're trying to push them as hard as you can, but then keep them healthy. So, and for the most part, I mean, we don't have any major injuries, but we haven't really had our main group together, for an extended period of time either. But so far, I think our chemistry's better, and I think in the game of basketball, if you don't have good chemistry, you're in trouble. And the last couple of years, we've fought that, pretty bad. But this year, I think our guys are really getting along well, but they haven't faced adversity either. So once you face adversity, now let's see how well they get along and if they can stay together and fight through it.
What about from a leadership perspective? I know you lost a lot of scoring, but leadership is a different question. When the game's getting tight in practice right now, who are you looking at to provide that for you?
Yeah, we had a kid sitting out last year, second semester, by the name of Marquis Mazik. And he's a game changer, and he's a difference maker, and so he's going to be the guy that we're going to look to, and our whole team does right now. But we've got some other guys too, Dominic Phillips and Devin Delaney. There's a couple kids that are doing some really good things for us in practice. So with those three guys, I think that's where our leadership will come from.
What about experience, having gone through the league last year? What kinds of lessons maybe learned from last year?
Yeah, you learn that you got to keep up with West Liberties and the Fairmonts and the Charlestons of the world. That's for sure. I really think that this league, I think everybody has really raised the bar. To be honest with you, and 4 or 5 years ago, you always had a couple of guys that you can count on W's from and all that stuff. But I think now this league, top to bottom, is really good, and so the bar has been raised. And we've got to, stay on board and get ourselves back to the top 3 or 4 in the league to where we can start competing for championships again.
What about from your perspective as a coach? How exciting is it night in and night out, knowing that you've got to be at your best and get your kids at your best?
Absolutely. There are no nights off, and so I think that's really good for our league. And I think the competition level is so good that, like you say, you got to bring it every night. Even with Urbana last year not winning a game, but we struggled both times just to pull it out at the end. And I thought, I thought that was really a fluke that they didn't win any. I thought they were really good. And so, that's what we've got to do. We've got to come every night. And, I've been talking to our guys about short-term memory too. And you got to put even just the last play behind you and move forward to the next play. And in this league, you're going to have to do that. You got to put the last game behind you and get ready for the next one, or you're going to be in trouble.
When the year's over and you look back, what do you think will have determined whether it was a successful year or a not successful year?
I think one of the biggest things at our level is you got to stay healthy. I mean, because you have a key player or two go down, then you're in trouble because you just don't have the depth. And so we've got to do that and then keep them together. And I think if we can keep them together and stay healthy, I think by the end of the year we could be a pretty good team.
Coach, thanks.
All right.